everyone, it's Rhonda here from Nelson Soapery. I wasn't actually going to be doing a video today, but then I thought I'm making so many bath bombs. Why don't I take you along just to show you? So I have already made my mixture, which is in here, and I just wanted to actually show you this mixture because a lot of people think it needs to be really wet. So if we have a look in here, you can see how mine is not wet at all. It's quite dry, but if you hold it in your hand, it doesn't break. So that's sort of what I wanted to say as well. So what I'm doing here today is I'm actually making just some white ones, and then I'm going to be spraying them and painting them over this weekend. It is late in the evening. It is 9 o'clock, so my job never ends, but I keep selling out of a lot of my feature bath bombs, which I do some like unicorn ones. I've just released one called Toothless, which is a candy tooth, and then I will be doing like a princess line as well. So those ones are to come, and then of course I've done some rose ones. But anyway, let's get into the video, and I will show you exactly what I'm going to do. So for today, I'm just going to literally film it all, and the next section you'll see I will literally do a voiceover, but I thought I would just show you how I actually put them in the mold and how I release them. And I do have to tell you, they don't all come out perfect. So if you're new to bath bombs, you're frustrated, they're not working, and you want to pull your hair out, join the club. We are all the same. Doesn't matter whether you're professional or not. These things fall to pieces sometimes. It just happens. But anyway, let me pop the phone down and you can just watch what I'm doing. And like I said, I will do the voiceover later to explain it. And then, of course, tomorrow when I'm painting them and popping them all together, I'll show you exactly how I do it. And, of course, the measurements with the isopropyl and so on. And then, of course, you'll see the final product. So I'll show you the molds that I'm using. So the molds for today are just basically these ones. So you can see I've already used it. This, I'm sorry you can't see him very well, but it's actually a little unicorn. So I'll show you one that I did as a tester yesterday. So this is my little tester yesterday. He is all wrapped up, of course. So I usually do wrap them once I've done them, but pretty much that's what my little unicorn one's going to look like. And they're the colors that I've chosen. And the eyes are what sort of brings it alive a bit, even though it looks a bit sort of smeared because of the plastic, but it's not, it's just the plastic. And these are big ones as well. So they are like 200 odd grams to 250. So they are sort of bigger ones. But anyway, like I said, I'll pop the camera down and let's get going. And you can just watch exactly what I'm doing. Here everyone. I just thought I would come back before tomorrow. So it's the end of the evening and I have done dozens of these beauties, and all we're going to do tomorrow, of course, is paint them. But for now, I have the dehumidifier on. For anyone that wants to know the dehumidifier that I use, I'll try and link it down below. Mine's just a little cheap one from Amazon. I think it was around about $70. I have had it for a while, so I may not be able to get the exact same one for you as a link, but I'll try my best. And the one thing I was going to say is there is always a few duds. I mean, you can see my broken duds here, but you know, I never throw them away because these ones are really good testing ones. So that way you can actually show a photo of, you know, how it fizzes in the bath. And these ones, even though they are stone grey, these are actually my Rainbow Vaders. And inside them, they'll have like a rainbow embed. So they'll be nice and colourful once they come in the bath. And it's always a nice surprise. So they're actually really good to take photos. And then that photo can kind of go on the website to show exactly what it will look like in the bath. So I will do those. And there's a couple extra ones and I will give them to my nephew, Alex, who absolutely loves anything Star Wars at the moment. So I'll send those in the mail for him. But yeah, so from here, all we're going to do, like I said, is just let these sit overnight. They do need to get quite hard before we do the next bit. So never try and paint them straight after. They're actually just too soft and they'll crumble. So they just need a little bit of curing time, about 24 to 48 hours. I do mine in 24, so that's more than fine. But anyway, I will see you tomorrow and I will film all the painting and then show you the end result. And of course, we will label them. And as you all know, I actually do shrink wrap all of mine, especially in COVID. So anyway, like I said, I'll show you tomorrow the painting. But if you feel that my video is worthwhile, a thumbs up. Please make sure you give me one of those. It does take a lot of effort to edit and film all of these for you guys, but I love doing it. So I hope you love my videos. And if you do, I'll keep them coming. Anyway, like I said, without further ado, tomorrow we will come back again and film the rest. So here they are sitting on the tray, just waiting and for tomorrow. So you do need to leave these approximately 24 to 48 hours. Usually for me, because I have the dehumidifier on, they'll only take about 24 hours and then we can start painting. Once they're painted, I leave them for another 4 to 5 hours. And then after that, I wrap them up and then pop on all of their labels. Well, hey everyone, I am back again. So it is the next day here, and rather than me try and talk over the top of this video while I'm trying to concentrate, I thought it would be better if I just did a voiceover. So here you can see I do have all my paintbrushes to the side. They're just a standard paintbrush. There's nothing exciting about them at all. So you can just go and grab them from your local hobby store or your department store. And then in the little cup that I'm showing you here, or the little pink bowl, all it is some isopropyl that I have in here. It's probably about 1/3 of a cup of isopropyl and then only about a teaspoon at the very most of a sparkle mica. So this one I've used, I think it's called Blizzard Sparkle. And all it does is just give sort of a backing to the bath bombs. So as you can see, I've got them all laid out. So my whole idea is to just slowly paint them, and rather than just painting one and then move to the next, I'm going to do, you know, for instance, the face in this sparkle, and then I'll do all their faces in this sparkle. Another thing that is really good to do when you're actually making lots of bath bombs like I do, or you're trying to get your branding out there, is do something that makes your company unique. So rather than me painting their faces different colors and, you know, or their hands, or, you know, just something different, what I've decided to do is use this Blizzard mica so that every single bath bomb I do will have this on it in some way. So my bunnies, you know, their feet might be in this. The girls that I've got, their faces in this, the unicorns are in this as well on their face. And it just really does sort of set my bath bomb aside from others, so that if somebody's coming through the market, they'll definitely know which ones are mine. So anyway, that's my little business tip on just making it unique and making it your own. With the princess ones that I'm doing, the one thing about these princess ones are they actually are designed to be a Snow White, but I was really worried about copyright laws, so I definitely did not do them as Snow White. I've just done them as a princess in different colours and stayed away from the trademark colours. So that's a bit of a tip anyway for you. And you can see her little face here. I mean, how cute does that look, all sparkly? And every little girl and boy loves sparkles, so it would definitely attract people to pick them up. So I'm sure you can agree that it is worthy to do something a little bit different and make these unique. So you can see here that I'm just continuing with the Blizzard mica and of course the isopropyl, and do remember as well the isopropyl is rubbing alcohol. So for here what I actually use is 100% alcohol, so don't use one that is only 91% or something, because that means it does have a water base in it as well, and then that can actually activate your bath bomb and then you'll be all devastated. So definitely don't do that. Try and get as high as you can of alcohol base in the isopropyl. And like I said, I'm just going to keep going with this whole bit here. Once I finish doing this main bit that I'm doing here, like I said, you know, just adding the main base to all of these, then what I'll do is get all the other colors and I'll mix them all up. You will also notice in the middle of the table I do have one that is already a color, so you'll see one's already colored and it's in its plastic film. The reason I actually do this is I actually start off with a tester. So I do one, I do a really small batch and I'll just do one of each, and then I just paint it and see if I like it. And it's actually a good idea, because when I actually started painting the ones that you can see me painting now, I started doing the princess and I gave her a yellow dress and so on, and she looked absolutely awful. I didn't like her at all. She actually looked a little scary, to be honest. Even my daughter said, oh no, this looks like a scary doll. So and I didn't want that, obviously. So then I scrapped that whole idea, and then I came back and found some other colors, and I did her dress in a blazing red and so on, which is sort of like a hot pinky red. And she just really did come to life once I started doing that. So don't be afraid to make a mistake and do a bit of a test and then come back later. So I'll let you watch the rest of this little bit while I'm painting all of these up, and then I will come back in a minute to explain the next step and what I'm doing with the next lot of bath bombs. So here I am, of course, starting on the next lot of bath bombs. I have already started. I thought you don't want to sit here and watch me doing a boring job all day, which is literally painting. So what actually happens here is all I do is I just mix up different sections of the paints, or, you know, like I said, the isopropyl and the mica. So that's what it is. It is a mix of 3 to 1. So you'd have 3 tablespoons of the isopropyl and 1 tablespoon of the mica if you need that much, or you can break it down to teaspoons. But you'll soon know, because if it's too watery, it will just look like watercolors, and then you'll know that it's not thick enough or dark enough, and you'll know then that you have to add in more mica. So you can add in more mica and mix it around as you're going, just to make sure you're getting the exact look you want. So you can see here, I'm actually working on the unicorn party one here, which is like the unicorn in the cake. So with the cake sections of this, I just did these like a golden yellow to sort of represent the sponge cake. And then after that, I'm actually in the hot pink here. I'm just actually going to be doing, as you can see that I've just showed you there, I'm actually going to be doing the icing in the pink on the top, and then I'll do a purple layer and so on with the icing dripping off the cake just to make it look colourful. The one thing to remember when you're doing these is, you know, eye appeal is buy appeal. People literally pick it up because of the colours and so on. So I always try and remove my personality or myself from the situation. And I never think of myself when I'm making these. I always think, what is my target market and will they buy this product? Because if I made everything for myself, honestly, it's all going to be bright pink. So, but you know, you need to get out of that circle, and you do need to really think of your target market and what will people buy and what will interest them. So if you're in an area and you know a lot of people are more interested in natural products and so on, you might do these more blander color. But where I am, I sell to Mornington, and a lot of people there want something beautiful and that stands out a little bit. Now, after a big long day, I have almost finished doing all of my bath bombs. It's been a crazy few hours making these all beautiful. So you can see my princess, she is all done in her pretty red dress. And I have also dusted her little cheeks to give her a bit of a rosy cheek, like a little princess. And like I said, I did change her hair because I wasn't happy with her. And now here also is my little unicorn baby cakes bath bombs. So that one's really sweet as well. These are big. They are over 200 grams. And then of course this is my toothless one, which I think is just so sweet. It's really gorgeous. And like I said, they're pretty much done now, and just time to wrap them up. And then of course I will do all the sealing, and I'll bring that at the end of the video. So make sure you watch to the end, and I'll actually show you how I label them and my process of doing all of that as well, making sure that I'm adhering to Australian law, because I am registered with the health department. So the laws here are pretty strict on what they expect me to do. Now let's do a quick sweep over the top so that you can have a look on how cute they all are. Now that they're all finished and ready to go along, make sure when you're doing them that you give them some really pretty eyes, because the eyes are really what does attract people. You'll be amazed the amount of people that have stopped and purchased my bath bombs and have said, oh, look at the eyes, they're so pretty, or the eyelashes. So that has definitely been a selling point on a lot of my bath bombs, of course, as well as the sparkle, because most people do want a sparkle with these. I do also do bath bombs that have no sparkle at all for people that actually don't want that. But I will show you now one of my bath bombs going into the water. This is a really quick video of her going in. Because they're heavy, most of these will sink, but she does definitely come back to the top of the surface, and then she does spin and do all of her thing. But remember, when they're massively big like this, what they're going to do is give some bubbles and fizz. So I always make sure that I do explain that to the customers when they're buying them. Alright everyone, I thought that I would add this bit at the end of my video. So this is what actually happens after you've made the bath bombs. I'll get nice and close to the computer, and then these are me actually making the labels. So here I'm on Canva making them. I will do another video later on about them, but if you pop on to one of my others, I have given a short explanation about making labels. But if anyone's interested in me making labels, I can definitely bring that to you. And then what I'll show you here is then I do have my little labels here that you can see. So I printed these out, and then all that is on this little bit here. You'll just see, really, if I get nice and close, basically just here, this is where the pre-cut machine has actually cut it all down. So I will show you my machine. So over here, this is the next bit. So this is basically a pre-cut machine, and what this does here is inside here, this is actually a cutter, and it will cut around each bit, and this is the mat it sticks to. I know it's looking messy, and it's definitely had hundreds and hundreds of things on it. So like I said, you know, printing all of these things is a little bit crazy. And then I will actually pop these onto my bath bombs. So we'll get all the bath bombs ready, and then like I said, I will actually pop these onto here. So for here, what I've actually done is I have already done a bit of a sample for you. So in here, this is my little princess, and then of course she is already in her plastic wrap. For any of you that want to know about the wrap I use, just go and have a look. I use actually the wrap from Heirloom, but I do have a large shrink machine. But you don't have to have a machine. You can just have a pressing seal to use this particular product, and you can buy it by the meter or by the roll, so depending. But I'll put a link down below. And then of course on the back of her here, this is where I'm actually going to be putting the sticker on here. I'm not sure if I've actually printed out my little princess one, but she'll be printed out in a minute. And then all I'm going to do is literally peel one of these off and stick it on the back of her. So I will take a picture and put it at the end so you can see exactly the end process. So I hope that this has been really, really helpful for you. But like I said, if you want me to do one on how to actually make labels, I'm more than happy to do that. Of course, it would be more suitable, I guess, for somebody in Australia, because our laws are different to the US or Canada or the UK. We're all different. But, you know, I think the basis of making labels is, you know, is not that hard to understand really, because, you know, each country, regardless of their laws, you still need to have things, you know, like your ingredients and your weights on them and what the product is and so on. So, you know, that basis will definitely be there when I bring that video. But yeah, let me know in the box down below in the description, or your comments, I should say, if you would like me to bring you a video on that. But for today, all I can do from here is say thank you so very much for watching all of my videos, and all of your lovely comments saying how much you love my videos, and of course how you love my annoying Australian accent voice. Anyway, I will see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you give me a thumbs up if you think it's worthy, of course. All right, everyone, so here she is, and here is her little label, and everybody probably recognizes this particular print. This is actually my main branding print. So all we're going to do is turn her upside down. I have already removed one of the stickers because it's a bit hard to do with one hand, and here it is here. And then all I'm going to do is literally just pop it on the top here. That way everything is done legally, so that I can definitely sell my product, because without that in Australia I can't sell it. I am actually registered with the health department, so that way I can sell all of these products, and they do expect that. And then I also do keep all batch numbers and ingredients and so on another sheet, just in case I'm ever audited. But anyway, so you can see now how she is and how gorgeous she is. I mean, she's just so adorable. But you can see she is quite a big bath bomb. She takes up most of my hand, and she is about 200 grams, I think, in total weight. Anyway, like I said, thank you so much for watching, and now you've seen all the end of the labels.